Yes, hello, my name is Ian.
I'm Ariana Burbrick and I'm a second year class of 2013.
I'm Michael Markman, class of 2013.
My name is Sarah Chiavetti. I'm a second year here at Fuqua.
I'm Azamat Aliyev, class of 2013.
My name is Alexander Lobinishev. I'm in Daytime MBA 2013.
Hi, my name is Alex Kerr, class of 2013.
So I worked for Amazon over the summer and I had to make a large sample size. And I used statistics to figure out if it was statistically significant or not.
This summer I worked at GlaxoSmithKline and my project was comparing a new selling model.
I worked for Groupon in their email marketing group.
And over the summer I worked for an international relief organization evaluating one of their programs that they've instituted.
This summer I spent with A.T. Kearney Moscow office.
This summer I was working for Volva Internal Consulting.
This past summer I worked in the marketing department for the NHL's Washington Capitals hockey team in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, so my site, my fulfillment center, did all the clothing that would come back. And we wanted to figure out what percentage of the clothes that we had on site did not have tags. Because we were throwing away a lot of clothes at Amazon that were not having a tag, and without the tag, we could not sell. So we wanted to make sure that what we have in our inventory that didn't have tags, that we can use and figure out if we should change the policy of accepting clothes without hang tags, because we found that about 20% of our inventory didn't have hang tags to begin.
My project was comparing a new selling model to, I guess, pharmaceuticals to different accounts, and I used statistics to compare the performance of these new accounts to the performance of control group accounts.
The whole thing was everybody's talking about statistics. There were all these really technical statistical terms flying around, and if I didn't have an understanding of those, then I was just sunk. What we did do is we ran a lot of experiments of one email group versus a control group versus another test group across the board, 45 million emails a day. So we had to know what groups were large enough, what results were statistically significant enough, and what variables were isolated enough in order to influence really what $1 million of revenue, where $1 million in revenue could potentially come from the fastest.
So I used statistics in two different ways. Primarily, we were doing a survey and interviews in terms of figuring out from these health board officials if the program that had been instituted was actually helping them. The second way that I used statistics was kind of more of a teaching moment on my part. I wasn't crunching any numbers, but we were providing the tools to the health boards in Africa to really make a more scientific process for their monitoring and evaluation. Taught them how to establish sample size so that their results were actually statistically significant, so that when they went to apply for grants, either through the organization that I was working for or for bigger organizations like the Global Fund to Fight AIDS, Tuberculosis, and Malaria, that their results and their mission had a lot more weight.
I used regression models to forecast the budget of Russian Federation that it spends on government agencies.
So the project was the comparison between, basically we were trying to compare our prices, and we are original equipment manufacturer, and there was a competitor who was doing basically knockoffs. The competitor was doing replicas, and they were trying to replicate the parts. How would you sum up the difference in prices on one slide? The only way to do this is just to show a distribution. There was a lot of analysis and a lot of applicable knowledge from stats. First of all, you have to figure out the sample size. How would you figure out? There's a formula for this. So you have to use a formula, apply a formula to figure out the sample size, because you don't want to analyze 200,000 parts. It's just a lot of data. You don't need this. You can take a sample, take a formula, figure out the right sample size, and take your sample and basically look at what is the change in trend, in sales trend.
So my big project this summer was doing a lot of analytics for the Washington Capitals surrounding their email campaigns. Essentially what that means, and if you don't know this, you should be aware of it, every time you open an email from a company, they're actually keeping track of how long you opened that email, did you click any of the links, and when you click those links, did it lead to any sales? So my job was actually to do an analysis in terms of what makes you guys click the links and buy tickets for the sports games. And so was running a lot of different, kind of correlations, regressions, taking a look at mean, standard deviation, standard errors, and we're really trying to get a bigger picture in terms of what is it about our email campaign that was really selling tickets.
Yes, I advocate for statistics on a daily basis.
I'm an advocate for statistics. Yay, statistics.
Yeah, I'd say statistics is not really its own subject because it really comes up in every single subject you could want. So really just the best thing to do is go ahead and learn it now so you don't have to just relearn it in every single class that you're going to take, and embrace the value of it. Statistics isn't just for stats people, it's for people that would make, valuable differences.
Of course I am. Previous to coming to Fuqua, I was actually considered myself to be a research scientist, and that was not something that worked out for me professionally. But it's very important to me that all the things that we do need to be backed up by numbers.
Sure, I think that if you want to pursue a career in consulting, statistics will be really helpful.
Don't be afraid of numbers. When you spend some time and you understand the math, it's gonna be pretty useful at the end. So I don't know, take as much stats as you can. It's gonna help you.
I am absolutely 100% an advocate for statistics.
Yes, absolutely. Statistics is actually a pretty good course. I don't really like the stupid little matrix that we had to do, with the little bubbles or the squares that had, the ampersand and the ands. That was kind of useless. But the stuff that was actually useful was kind of like the regressions that you would run, because you can find out a lot of cool from it.
Statistics is great. It helps you determine what's going on, but out of context can be a dangerous tool. So make sure you think of it in the big picture.
And while I'm not going to say that I did really well in the class, I learned a lot from it. And I think that was the key here. Being able to take it back and use it this summer and to be able to teach someone else was really important to me.
Well, nothing special. I don't know. Have fun.
So my piece of advice for first years is to find something you love to do at Fuqua and stick with it, no matter what that might be.
So do not worry if you do get a LP in statistics, you can still do statistics.
Thank you, Ian Pastor.
I wanted to throw in something there about the Croatian soccer team, but...
Where did you come up with this accent?
Dude, I have tons of accents.
Anyway.
Can you give me your name and your class year?
Hello. I didn't see you come in.
And any advice to first years, either statistically speaking or...
Awesome. You want to do it again? Yes! Okay. Any advice for the first year class? Why are you so nervous? Fuqua Vision President, pull it together.